Coming up today on Monday News Valdosta, more information comes to light in the Kendrick Johnson's death.
And a VSU student is released from ICU after a stabbing.
Chris Jones will give us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the best in sports. News Valdosta starts right now.
Welcome to News Valdosta. I'm Chandler Jackson.
And I'm Sarah Collins. News Valdosta has been bringing you the updates on the mysterious death in January of Lowndes High student Kendrick Johnson. Now, new information has become available. Ben Crump, the new family attorney for Kendrick Johnson, is claiming that there was an eyewitness in the gym with Johnson on the day that he died. Shaveen King, another lawyer for the family, says surveillance camera pictures can shed light on this murky case. The gym has 4 surveillance cameras that could show what happened to Johnson, but some of the pictures have been withheld. Last week, CNN discovered that the surveillance pictures had been shot, and there are 7 frames showing Johnson walking into the gym. But the school says that it cannot release any more surveillance footage due to the student privacy rights. The family is demanding the footage be released. News Valdosta reporter Amber Worthy brings us this clip from the attorney's press conference last Thursday.
As Attorney King said, there is an eyewitness, a very objective eyewitness. The truth is right under our nose. We demand the truth. We will get to the truth of who murdered Kendrick Johnson.
As the controversy over the Kendrick Johnson death investigation continues, his family continues to celebrate his life. Johnson would have turned 18 this past Thursday. This is the first birthday the Johnson family spent without him. Family, friends, and community members came out Saturday for a birthday celebration at Saunders Park. News Valdosta reporter Stacy Bush has more.
This past Saturday marked the birthday celebration of what would have been 18-year-old Kendrick Johnson, who was found rolled up in a wrestling mat at Lowndes County High School back in January. Family and friends of the community came together to pray, sing, eat, and play basketball with one another to reflect on a life they felt was taken too soon. Local organizations such as the Two Wheel Riders Biker Club presented the family with a donation of money. There were also musical performances in honor of KJ. The Johnson family took a moment of silence and released balloons to reflect upon their beloved son, brother, and grandson.
We got a good crowd out here and celebrating Kendrick's birthday, so yes, I'm really happy about it.
The family thanked everyone in the community for their support, and local citizens expressed just why justice for KJ is so important.
I'm here to support KJ. It was a tragic event in the black community, and basically I'm just here to support and make sure everyone stays together and that we find justice for KJ.
Family and friends gathered today for this magnificent event with one goal in mind: justice for KJ. With News Valdosta, I'm Stacy Bush.
Valdosta State student Antoine Bray was released from intensive care yesterday after being stabbed Thursday night. Reports from VSU say that an unidentified suspect stabbed the victim at approximately 9:21 p.m. Thursday. The stabbing took place on campus in the pedestrian mall, putting buildings on lockdown. The victim was taken to South Georgia Medical Center and then transported to Shands Hospital in Gainesville, Florida. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation is working with VSU police to catch the attacker.
4 people have pending charges after the death of a 19-year-old on Thursday morning. Dino Alvin Lewis, Michael Terrell Wise, and James Lee Powell have been charged with aggravated assault and have murder charges pending against them. Charges are also pending against the juvenile in the case as well. Tevin Martin, the victim, was found shot to death in a vacant residence on Hill Terrace. Reports state that Martin suffered multiple gunshot wounds. The suspects are being held in Lowndes County Jail.
following the ruling of the Georgia Supreme Court. Around 20 counties and cities in the state, including Lowndes County, are facing uncertain futures. The court declared that the amendment to the local option sales tax, or LOST, is unconstitutional. The amendment, adopted in 2010, stated that the Superior Court judges have the authority to divide the tax between cities and counties if they can't reach such an agreement. Local governments are currently in legal limbo as the Attorney General decides what the outcomes will be.
Valdosta City Police seized over $213,000 worth of drugs on Saturday. Willie Williams, Shanice Baker, and Carindra Brown are arrested when their apartment was searched after a warrant was issued. They were also charged with possession of marijuana with intent to distribute, possession of tools in the commission of a crime, and possession of cocaine. In addition, Williams were charged with marijuana trafficking, and Brown already had an arrest warrant for violating probation. You probably know October is National Domestic Abuse Awareness Month, but here in Lowndes County, abuse is on the rise. News Valdosta's Stephanie Salone has more.
Domestic violence is a leading cause of injury to women. There have been more domestic violence incidents than there have been muggings, rapes, and car accidents combined. This past Thursday morning, a Lowndes County deputy was dispatched to a local Valdosta home in reference to a domestic dispute between victim 24-year-old Emily Dow and her boyfriend, 25-year-old Wilson Thornton. According to the Lowndes County Sheriff's report, Mr. Thornton intentionally grabbed Miss Dow's arms, holding her down and beating her head against the house. Now, Mr. Thornton has been arrested and charged with battery and false imprisonment for holding Miss Dow's body down on the ground. Now, the victim has been advised of available services and remedies to help get her through this traumatic event. If you or you know someone who is experiencing domestic violence, please be aware that there are available sources for you to also seek. Now, let's remember that October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and a series of events will be around to promote this awareness. And then with News Valdosta, I'm Stephanie Salone.
Valdosta police found a pedestrian who was struck by a train last week. The victim was found near the 300 block of South Forest Street. Officers said the victim is 16 years old and suffered a severe injury to his right leg while trying to crawl under the train while dragging a bicycle. The victim was transported to South Georgia Medical Center and then Shands Medical Center. The victim's condition is unknown at the time.
Coming up, you know not to drink and drive, but find out what you're probably doing that is more dangerous than drunk driving.
And we'll tell you how you can cast your ballot early. Stay with us.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Over the weekend, you may have seen store signs saying that the food stamps could not be used at this time.
People in at least 17 states, including Georgia, were affected when a nationwide program experienced technical difficulties over the weekend. People who enrolled in the food stamps program could not use their EBT cards on Saturday while the system was temporarily out of service. Xerox is the vendor of the EBT cards and says that the system is now restored. Patrons should now be able to use it without complications. The company has started an investigation into what caused the issue.
Citizens can start casting their ballots for the local elections today. All registered voters can vote from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon for the next 2 weeks. During the last 2 weeks before Election Day, which is November 5th, the polls will be open from 7 in the morning to 7 at night. Early voters will use the Board of Elections office on North Oak Street to cast their votes until November 5th. Free rides are available from local political parties both to and from the polling place.
Drowsy driving causes more serious auto accidents per year than drunk driving. In fact, as many as a third of all fatal auto accidents are caused by a sleepy driver. A recent study at the University of Pennsylvania found that sleeping less than 6 hours per night can double your chance of driving while drowsy. The study also found that sleeping for less than 5 hours per night can triple your chance of drowsy driving. Researchers say getting a healthy amount of sleep is vital to remaining alert while driving.
Do you often find yourself worrying about your health? A recent study conducted at Baylor University found that getting your health information on the internet can increase how much you worry about your health. The study says that the internet gives an overwhelming number of possibilities as to what may be causing the health problems. This can cause the reader to feel more that they have more serious health problems than they actually do.
Up next on News Valdosta, the mysterious voice of Siri now has a face.
Then Chris Jones will give us a look at the weather, and Xavier Hall will bring us the best in sports. All this and more when we come back, so stay with us.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing you. Believe me, I'm good at it. But at some point, you're going to need to start pushing yourself.
See, once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell them. You can't change your past, but you can definitely change your future.
That makes me so happy, I'm ready to bust out a dance.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? My gentle technique isn't really working. You need something a little more...
persuasive?
Yes.
You listen, and you listen good.
Hey, where's my sandwich? Terry? Terry!
Take it from me, the King DMC. It's a real cool thing to get your GED.
Get that diploma!
Now hold on and we'll find you free GED classes. Capiche?
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Welcome back to News Valdosta. Imagine a day where schools were closed because of weather and the weather would be too good. That was the case at Calvary Christian School in Columbus on Friday. School headmaster Lynn McWilliams canceled school to give students an opportunity to enjoy the good weather.
You've heard her voice, but have you ever wondered who she is? A Georgia woman is claiming to be the voice of Siri on the Apple iPhone. Have you ever wondered how that voice on your iPhone came to be? Susan Bennett of Sandy Springs, Georgia, claimed last week in a CNN interview that she was the voice of Siri. Bennett claimed that she recorded her voice for 4 hours a day during the entire month of July in 2005. Apple declined to comment on the matter. Bennett has also done voiceover acting for ATM machines and airline terminals.
Well, the weather was beautiful this weekend. Let's check with weather anchor Chris Jones to see if it's going to stay that way. What about it, Chris?
Thanks, Chandler. Today would be a great day to take the day off like that school in Columbus because the weather is great for sure. Expect a high around not 91 but 81 degrees. Doesn't that sound nice? To top it off, there is almost no chance of rain and sunny skies can be expected throughout the day. Tonight, you may want to grab a light jacket before you head out on what will be a beautiful evening. Expect clear skies and a low near 61. Sunset is just after 7 tonight. Mother Nature may be spoiling us as we can expect another sunny day tomorrow with a high around 83. It will be a little bit breezy with winds reaching around 10 miles per hour. Sunrise will be just after 7:30 tomorrow morning. The UV index is usual for this time of year in South Georgia at a 7. That's not bad, but still be sure to take any necessary measures to protect your skin as there will be plenty of sunshine for the next several days. Even allergy sufferers can enjoy this great weather. The pollen count is low at a 3.9. Ragweed is the predominant pollen. Pollen levels will remain this way for the next several days. Everyone be sure to enjoy this great fall weather we're having. That's all for your weather, and back to you ladies at the news desk.
Thanks, Chris. Starting November 11th, Google Plus users may be able to find their picture on more places than their profile page. Google changes terms of use on Friday and will allow itself to use Google Plus users' pictures and comments in ads for online products. Google controls advertising on over 2 million websites worldwide. Google will only take information from users. However, when they give feedback on products, that will be advertised.
Coming up next on News Valdosta, sports anchor Xavier Hall looks at Friday night's Wintersville Classic football game. Don't go away.
Did you know kids who play outdoors have healthier lungs?
Totally. I did. Did you know that boys that play with dolls make better husbands?
My son has lots of dolls. But did you know terry cloth diapers breathe better?
I did.
It's totally true.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that strollers have the right of way on a sidewalk?
Yes. Yep, I did. Did you guys Did you know that kids who eat breakfast have higher GPAs?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. That's actually what I was going to say.
Did you know babies should never touch silver? It's really bad for them.
I knew that.
Did you guys know that statistically friendly kids have more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's obvious.
Did you know most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected.
I'm putting that on my blog.
I just put it in mine.
I got my MBA online at VSU. As a working mom who travels on business, I needed an MBA program that fit my schedule and allowed me to balance both my work and home life. VSU's Web MBA was perfect. I was able to spend time with my family in the evenings and then complete my assignments. My MBA is one of my greatest accomplishments. It was hard work, but I would do it again in a heartbeat. Don't wait. Start your MBA today.
We're back, and now it's time for a look at the Wintersville Classic rivalry between Valdosta and Lowndes County High. So let's check in sports anchor Xavier Hall. Xavier?
Thanks, Sarah. If you haven't heard by now, last Friday was the night of this year's Wintersville Classic, and it was one of the tightest played games in years with the 3-0 slip victory for the Vikings. After scoring a field goal in their second drive of the first quarter by initiating a tough sack on third down, the Vikings continued to hold the catch for the rest of the game. The Wildcats may have started out with 9 lives, but a fierce Vikings defense led by Zach Copeland and his 9 game-breaking tackles slowed their vitality at every opportunity. Valdosta had another chance to score in the third quarter in the form of 2 breakout runs by Malcolm Herring and Alex Kaysen, but they ended up stepping just out of bounds both times. Defensively, both teams were phenomenal, and despite the loss, the Cats kept the Vikings to only 94 yards of offense the entire game, only allowing 6 first downs, 5 of which occurred on the Vikings scoring drive. The Wildcat offense lost 80 yards to penalties compared to 25 yards for the Vikings. Both teams are now 4-2 heading into a new week of games. This Wintersville Classic became the lowest scoring classic since Lowndes defeated the Cats 6-0 in 1980. The Valwood Valiants saw a 39-14 victory against the Terrell Academy Eagles last Friday. Despite accruing over 12 penalties in a quiet first quarter, the Valiants woke up, gaining a 14-0 lead by halftime with a 2-yard touchdown and a recovered fumble. Valiants junior defensive back Alex Jackson intercepted a pass by QB Dalton Todd in the third, but his following 65-yard return was called back after a holding penalty. The fourth quarter saw both a 3 and 2 8-yard touchdown against the Eagles, putting the finishing touches on another Valiants win for their homecoming. Back to you at the news desk.
Thanks, Xavier. When we come back, we'll tell you about a local school that takes a stand against bullying.
So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Valdosta State University. Encouraging.
In-depth inquiry.
Hands-on experience.
Service and involvement.
And a global view.
While offering
a beautiful residential campus.
Over 100 fields of study.
Graduate and online degrees.
And championship athletics.
All in a warm and friendly community.
Get connected and involved.
Do more. Become more.
Valdosta State University.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the Forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back. October is National Bullying Prevention Month, and Brooks County Middle School united in the fight against bullying at a school-wide program held last week. Teachers, students, and parents filled the school's gymnasium to support the middle school's stance. Cheerleaders performed chants against tolerating bullying, and the guest speaker informed students on different types of bullying and how not to be involved in it. The students pledged that Brooks County Middle School would be a bully-free zone.
Here's another reason to enjoy the fall season. Pumpkins, which are commonplace this time of year, have numerous health benefits. They include plenty of vitamins and minerals. To top it all off, they are even low in calories. Studies have shown that pumpkins can reduce cholesterol, increase prostate health for men, and even help reduce the risk of some cancers.
Thanks for watching News Valdosta. I'm Chandler Jackson.
And I'm Sarah Collins. Have a great day, and we will see you next time.